Oops. Okay. Hello. Hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi.
Hello,
Hi, Heidi.
nice to see you again.
Hi, world. Hi, I'm Teacher Oakley, and nice to see you, Heidi, and nice to see you, world.
Nice to see you again. So yesterday I went to the shopping mall, and at first I bought some ingredients for the dinner. And it's just daytime. It's very hot. Then next I went to the sports shop. I found bag and dumbbells. I bought a pair of dumbbells. Each,
Really?
each is 2 kilograms. Then
Okay.
I went back. I came back. Returning home, the way was very long.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. Please remember that. Yeah, you be careful when and where you decide to buy dumbbells. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Speaking of that possible error in judgment, our class today will be about, we're going to look at idioms that have to do with mistakes. And when we describing mistakes, when we talk about mistakes that we make or other people make, we're going to look at some idioms that we use in these cases today. We will do that by doing some fill in the blank or mix and match exercises and talking about related idioms, talking about when exactly we use these idioms, under what circumstances. And also, as always, when I do idiom classes, I'm always very interested to hear if there are similar idioms in your culture. Okay, I'd also, before we get started, I'd like to welcome Max. Hey, Max.
Hello, Oakley.
Hi, Max. Nice to
How are
have
you?
you. How am I? It's so hot here. It's still morning, and it's unbelievable. Hello, Sabalos. Am I
Hi, I'm Ceballos, but I'm the guy with the Mexican flag. Did you remember?
Sabalos? Okay,
I am Carlos.
Carlos. Oh, okay. What do you want me to call you, Carlos or Ceballos?
Carlos,
I,
Carlos.
Carlos?
I will change my profile name.
Okay,
Yes.
whatever. It's all
Yes.
good. So it doesn't matter. Okay, well, welcome to the class. It's an awesome snake there, though.
Yes.
That's cool. Okay. Uh, all right, let's get started. I'm a little late getting this class going. Okay. First of all, I'm having problems today. First of all, okay, let's look at some literal meanings that we're going to be using these words in idioms, or they're definitely related. So we have to know the meaning of these words, and we could talk about them a little bit. Let's get started. Number one, Heidi. Ah,
Another word for a small mistake is a slip.
a slip. Yep, and sometimes we use slip up.
Tongue.
Uh,
No?
sometimes, what's that?
Slip of tongue. No?
Slip of the tongue.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
I
Have you,
do many times. I'm sorry.
it's okay. No, that's right. Slip of the tongue is a common idiom we're going to be looking at probably. And also, I wanted to mention that we use slip up as a phrasal verb to mean to make a mistake. The verb by itself, slip, means to, if you slip on the ice, you slide and perhaps you fall down. Um, so it has a literal meaning. When we use it as a phrasal verb to slip up, it actually has the much more idiomatic meaning to make a mistake. Okay. Let's see. Max, can you try number two?
Yes. A goose is a bird like a duck, but it's a long neck.
Yes, it is. Now, here's another interesting English word, because we can use goose as as a verb. Max, do you have any idea what it means if you goose someone?
I suppose to make mistake.
No, no, not at
Long
all.
time.
It's actually a physical action. It has nothing to do with mistakes. I think this is a very funny and interesting use of the word goose as a verb. It means that you sneak up behind someone and you pinch their bottom. You pinch their butt. Suddenly, woo! You goose them.
Okay.
So there you go. You can add that to your.
Kids do that. I hate it.
Yes, kids do that. You're right. And some obnoxious men do that to their friends too. To tell you the truth.
To
Yeah.
goose. Pinch someone.
Pinch someone on the butt, particularly. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So there you go. Because sometimes they make a noise like a goose. Ooh! Okay. Anyway, Juan. Hi, Juan. By the way, hello. Welcome.
Hey, okay.
Hey. Nice to see you again. Can you jump right in and try number 3?
Yes, nice to see you too. Let's see. Before you swallow food, you should chew it well.
Of course. Chew is the motion of your teeth. How many times should you chew your food before you swallow it?
It depends how hungry I am.
It depends how hungry you are. Okay. I remember hearing some stupid thing when I was young, but I can't remember how many times. It was some ridiculous, like you should chew your food 100 times before you swallow. It will help your digestion, and I don't know. I remember hearing that when I was young. But I don't remember the number. I actually have no idea. Okay, Heidi, number 4.
A dog barking can keep you awake all night.
Yeah, it certainly can. Yeah. One of the most annoying things in the world. Okay, very good. And Max, finally.
It can be very painful if you bite your tongue.
Yeah, I would like to know who designed the human mouth and why do I bite my tongue? Why? How's it even possible? So annoying. It's a bad design. I'm against.
Sometimes it happens. It happens.
Yeah, it does, but why? You'd think the human body would be designed a little more carefully. I don't want to point fingers, but God!
Why?
Why? What's the point? All right. Anyway. Okay. Now we're going to look at these idiomatic expressions here. These 8 expressions in bold italics. We're going to look at them in the form of a dialogue. In other words, if one person said the first sentence, another person may answer by using this idiom. For example, Juan, if I said, "What's this special offer? 2 cinema tickets for the price of 1." You may answer with the arrow.
Miss the boat.
Okay. Feel free to read the whole sentence. It finished last week. You've missed the boat. So actually, it should be past tense because we're talking about last week. So actually, you may have to change the verb tense so we can also look at sentence structure and verb tense. So please
Okay.
go ahead and read the whole sentence. You've missed the boat, I'm afraid. So, all right. You've missed the boat. It's too late for something. Yeah.
If you're curious, in Russian we say you miss your train.
Really?
Yeah, train. Not boat, just train.
Yeah, well, you probably have more trains in Russia. It's a very big country. Okay. Same idea, though. It's kind of funny. Heidi.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2.
Mm.
I thought about it, and I think it must have been Lucy who took my wallet.
Uh, hang on a minute. No, you are up there. She was off sick that morning. Maybe bark up the wrong tree.
Yeah. And since we have you are, we have the verb to be.
Barking up.
There. Yeah, that's it.
Barking up the wrong tree.
You're barking up the wrong tree. All right. If you're barking up the wrong tree, okay. Let me explain a little bit of the etymology, the background of this idiom. In Europe, and I don't know, possibly elsewhere, definitely in America, sometimes they use dogs to, in America, they use dogs to hunt animals called raccoons. And raccoons, when they get nervous and they feel hunted, they climb a tree. So the dogs will then, you generally use more than one dog, 2 or 3 or 4, and the dogs will surround the tree, barking up the tree, thus trapping the raccoon up the tree. So clearly, if the dogs are barking up the wrong tree, their goal or objective, they're looking in the wrong place. They're going the wrong direction. So if you're barking up the wrong tree, you're okay. Related. I could say this is more of a baseball idiom. You're way off base. If you're way off base, or if you're way off base, then you're looking in the wrong place. You're not in the right place. Okay. So, for example, if somebody if Heidi asked me, teacher, I really need $1 million to pay my mortgage, I would say, Heidi, you are definitely barking up the wrong tree. There's no way I have $1 million. Okay, Max, number 3.
Sorry, I'll be back. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Juan, number 3. How is the wedding? Or more importantly, how is your speech?
Okay. The wedding was fine, but I made a.
Oh, wow.
I'll go
Okay.
with.
Yeah, it's partly there, I think.
Okay. Let me see again.
Yeah.
Let me see again the
Yeah.
answer. The wedding. The wedding was fine, but I made a.
Yeah.
real,
Yeah.
A real pig's ear off.
Yeah. Okay. I made a real pig's ear of my speech. I was so nervous I kept
Ear
mixing up people's names. This is definitely a British idiom. This is one I never heard an American say. Okay. I would probably say I made a real mess of my speech, but okay. Okay. Well, there it is. It's very British. I made a real pig's ear. I get it. It's very understandable, but there's a lot of idioms with a pig's ear, a sow's ear. You can't make a silk purse from a sow's ear. A sow, female pig. Pig's ear has definitely bad connotations. It's definitely a negative thing. It appears in quite a few British idioms. Okay, Heidi, number 4 here. Have you got any stocks or shares?
I did have, but something I lost about $10,000.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, it's difficult.
it is.
Took my eyes off the ball.
Okay.
No.
Well, that is possible. It is possible. If you take your eyes off the ball, you stop focusing on something, and because you lose focus, you miss out. Or it is possible you stop paying attention to your stocks, so you lost money. So that idiom does fit. I don't think that's what they're looking for.
Then how about the first one? I got
Yeah.
my fingers badly burnt.
Probably. Because we're talking, yeah, I got my fingers badly burnt. I lost about 10,000. All right. Usually to do with money, but not always. It could be to do with love. I fell in love with Lucy, and she left me for my best friend. I really got my fingers burnt. Yeah. Although we might use other idioms that have to do with love, but the idea is still there. You got hurt badly. Max, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, great. You can try the next one. Number 5, why do you think this month's sales figures are so bad?
It's quite simple. We've been too busy with our things. We have I don't know. We have
Okay, they're concentrating on other things.
bark up the wrong tree.
Bark,
Bark.
no.
No.
That would be they're concentrating on the wrong things, or they're trying to for an objective, but they're looking in the wrong area. Like if you ask me for $1 million, you're barking up the wrong tree. I don't have $1 million. I cannot possibly help you, even if I wanted to. Okay.
It's
Here,
quite simply, but not for me.
no. We've been to the key here. I'm doing this so I can help explain it at the same time that I'm helping you. Been too busy with other things. Okay. Okay. Let me make this really simple for you. If you go golfing, Max, and you're busy talking to your friends, it's going to be very hard for you. If you're looking at your friends talking to them, it's going to be very hard for you to hit the ball. Right? Okay. We've taken our eye off the ball. It's quite
Take
simple.
your eye off the ball.
You stop concentrating on something, so you mess it up. Okay? This is very common in business, by the way.
We have taken our eye off the ball.
That's it.
Okay. The ball. Okay.
Taking our eye off the ball. The meaning, well, this is a pretty good example, actually. The meaning being that you're not concentrating on whatever you should be concentrating on, and I mean, it could be as simple as you're the guard at the museum and you're watching cartoons and somebody steals the Mona Lisa. Well, obviously, you've taken your eye off the ball. You're not concentrating on what your job is. You're doing something else. So it can be almost physical, but often it's mental. Often it's used in business. Okay. You're not concentrating on what you should be doing, so you make a mistake.
Right now, I'm taking my eyes off the ball, out of the ball. I'm
Yeah.
at the work, at work.
Oh, okay.
But I
Yes,
spend
you
time
are.
to learn English.
Well, good. You understand very well. That fits perfectly. Okay, let's move on. Great. Perfect. Yes, exactly. Wow. Okay. One. And then the next one here. I don't know why you've asked Pam and Tony when they've just split up. Pam and Tony. Okay, I see. And here's emphasized. Okay. The meaning here, I suppose, is you've invited this couple to a party or something, but they're no longer together. Okay. Juan?
Let's see.
You want to see the answers?
Yeah, I'm checking it here. I downloaded the document.
Okay.
But no. Oh no, have they? I've really. Is it? Put my foot in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If you put your foot in it, you've embarrassed yourself. You've
Yeah.
caused trouble
It's,
for yourself.
I wasn't sure, but Spanish is the same.
Oh,
Literally
really?
the same.
Okay.
The
Right.
the meaning, or how you say it.
Right. Okay. Right. If you put your foot in it, you've caused problems for yourself, usually because of something you've said, possibly something you've done physically. But yeah, if you ask a woman, "Oh, when is your baby due?" and she's not even pregnant,
Yeah.
you put your foot in it. Oops. Okay, let's look at number 7, Heidi. So, changing courses hasn't turned out too well then.
No, I should have stuck to architecture. I think I've missed a boat.
No, I can understand why you'd say that. If you're assuming that,
So he changed.
I'm sorry?
Maybe I thought he might have taken another course, so he changed the course because he missed the boat. No.
Yeah, but that okay. No, the idea is well, you could use now. Okay, I think I've missed the boat because now he can no longer take architecture. Architecture course does no longer exist. Then he'd miss the boat, but he should have stuck to architecture. You wouldn't use the idea you've missed the boat.
Then shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
So you can't walk anymore.
Right. I should have stuck. I think I've shot myself in the foot. Well, I've made matters worse for myself. All right. If you do something, you make a mistake, and you make things much worse for yourself. Shoot yourself in the foot. And this is a very common expression in English. We use this a lot. Oh, great. So Bob is trying to get promoted in the company, but he's been late every day this week. Yeah, I think he shot himself in the foot. He's never going to get the promotion. They're announcing the promotion at the end of the week. So, nope. It's his own fault. He was late. He shot himself in the foot. Like that. So anything where you cause problems for yourself. Okay, last one here. Max?
If our new... it's your...
Okay. All right. If our new office in Japan works, we could make a lot of money. Okay.
Yes, but if it doesn't, we could fall flat on your face, on
Yeah.
our face.
On our face, very good. We could fall flat on our face. Total disaster. If you fall flat on your face, you fail completely. We could fail. Fail completely is basically the idea. Yeah. Okay. Note here, and this is also very common. If you rock the boat, it means you cause trouble. Probably in an organization, most likely. Well, it doesn't have to be an organization. You could rock the boat in your own marriage. Things were going fine, and then I started talking about moving to Las Vegas, and my wife got mad. I should have rocked the boat. The idea with rock the boat is that things are going okay, and then you say or do something that causes controversy or problems. Often you hear this idiom, rock the boat, used in the negative as advice. Don't rock the boat. Things are okay, don't rock the boat. Don't say something or do something that's going to cause more problems. Okay. All right. More idioms that have to do with mistakes and making mistakes. Okay, pretty much the same kind of thing here. Looking at these idioms. All right. Juan? Same thing in the form of like as if it was a dialogue, two people. Mary's a psychologist, not a psychiatrist.
Did I say a psychiatrist? Sorry, it was a slip of the tongue.
Very
Of the
good.
tongue.
It's a slip of the tongue. Well, there it is. Very good. Very good. Have you guys ever, Juan, have you ever heard of a Freudian slip? Have you ever heard this expression?
Yes.
No.
Who? Yes, Max, you have?
Yes, I've heard. Slip of the tongue.
Yeah. Slip of the tongue. Have you ever heard the expression a Freudian slip, as in Sigmund Freud, the famous psychiatrist? I was
No.
or psychologist. Yeah. Okay. How do I explain this? It's a slip of the tongue, but especially usually because Freud's theories had a lot to do with sexuality. Okay. Oh, you love your mother, and I don't know, all kinds of scary stuff. But anyway, a Freudian slip is when you mispronounce something, which even native speakers mispronounce something. sometimes they do this in comedies. You see somebody, you know, okay, the woman has, okay, well,
I
the
can.
woman, I don't know how to explain it, but they basically you make a mistake in what you say, and it sounds sexual. We often say, "Oh, Freudian slip." Um, okay, I don't. That's as far as I want to go with that. Get myself in trouble. It's hard to explain without.
I know what it is,
Okay.
but I confused because it's in Russian we pronounce по Фрейду in our
Okay.
pronunciation, and
All right.
I
Of his
didn't
name.
understand what you mean. Yes.
Ah. Yeah, we pronounce it Sigmund Freud. Freud.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's move on here. Heidi, number 2. Well, did you manage to find some batteries when you were out?
No, I've just been on something. Nearly all the shops were closed for lunch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's very difficult. Good. Uh-huh. Goose chase. Being on a but being on get it's strange. So I sleep on that. No. A wild goose chase.
Yeah. Herein is another extremely common idiom. We use this a lot in English. All right, this is a pretty good example. She's been out. She's been out for an hour or 2 hours trying to find batteries, and she went to 8 different stores, and they were all closed, and she did not find batteries. Well, okay, good example of a wild goose chase. When you're run around, maybe physically run around, maybe you're calling 17 people and you can't find what you need. A fruitless task. It's something that can't be done. It's a wild goose chase. You're sent on a. Sometimes we say, "I was sent on a wild goose chase." Um, some okay. Okay. Now, it could mean he just frustrated because the shops were closed for lunch, so couldn't accomplish your mission. Uh, it could be just the fact that it takes all day to do a very simple task that should take you 15 minutes. It could also be a purposeful. Very old idiom is sent on a snipe hunt. Okay. Sometimes, particularly Americans, may do this as a joke, as a practical joke. They may send you for something that doesn't even exist. For example, when I worked in a kitchen, when I was a chef, we would send the new guy as a kind of initiation. I don't know if you guys do this in your cultures, but in American culture, sometimes we initiate a new person we work with by, well, basically playing a practical joke on them. So sometimes we would send them on a wild goose chase to go find something that didn't even exist. A left-handed cheese grater, or a bucket of steam, or some. I need you to go to the store and get me a gubagongo fruit. It's like cross between a banana and a watermelon. Some totally crazy thing that doesn't even exist. So a wild goose chase, you could be not succeeding in finding what you want, or you could actually be sent to go find something that doesn't even exist, thus making it completely impossible. Okay, hello Nader. How are you?
Hi, nice to see you again.
Likewise, nice to see you. Uh, okay, I'm gonna throw you right in here. Try number 3. How did you get on with Kate? Did you ask her out for a meal?
I tried to, but I was so nervous. I
Okay. I was so nervous.
I don't know, maybe I got the wrong end of the stick.
Nope. Nope.
I don't know. I made a real mess of it.
Hey, yeah, there you go. I made a real mess of it. Okay. As I said earlier in the class, that crazy, I made a real pig's ear of it. Okay. Very British. American would say I made a real mess of it. This is very common for an American. Okay. Just was a disaster. I made mistakes, or I couldn't do it, or whatever. Uh, okay. Max, try number 4. I'm surprised Martin hasn't been promoted. He's brilliant at what he does.
I think he.
Okay, I think
Just
he.
guess.
Okay.
he got on the wrong side of one of the directors a few years
Yes.
ago.
Yes, he got on the wrong side of one of the directors. One of the directors doesn't like him. So if you're on the wrong side of somebody, and actually in English we talk about on someone's good side, on someone's bad side. I want to be on the boss's good side. You don't want to be on somebody's bad side. Okay, so we talk about someone's good side, someone's bad side. If you're in someone's good side, you're in their favor. They like you. Obviously, the opposite. If you're on somebody's bad side, they dislike you, distrust you. They have negative feelings toward you.
Teacher's pets.
Teacher's pet?
Always is always on good side.
There you go. Sure. A teacher's pet would always be on her or his good side.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, British people say good books or bad books?
Good.
In his good books or
In his good
bad
books. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, that's true. Very good. Yes, you want to stay in his good books, or John is in the director's good books. Yes, they do use that idiom. The same way that Americans much more commonly say someone's good side or someone's bad side. Very good. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Juan, how about number 5? I thought we were going to Peter's for dinner. He said he's coming to us. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, this is interesting.
I thought we were just going to us.
Okay.
You got in the wrong end of the stick.
Okay. Sorry, I think you must have got the wrong end of the stick. Now, okay. This takes a little explanation. First of all, related idiom. My first thought was, sorry, I think you must have gotten your wires crossed. If you get your wires crossed, you get things, well, as in this example, you get things backwards. Just like, electronic equipment. If you get your wires crossed. Okay. That was my first thought here. Okay. This expression got the wrong end of the stick. Okay. Here's something you should know. The British, I suppose, use it in this way. You've got things backwards. Americans say you got your wires crossed. Okay. Somebody gets the wrong end of the stick. For an American, it means you got the bad end of the deal. Okay. Let's see. Just really basically, he bought his bicycle for $10,000. Oh my God! He paid $10,000. He really got the wrong end of the stick. He traded an empty Coca-Cola bottle for a new Jaguar. Really? He gave away a Jaguar for a Coca-Cola bottle? He got the wrong end of the stick. Very much the worst part of a deal or a bargain. So I wouldn't. I have heard it the way it's presented here, but a little odd for me because Americans use this idiom totally differently for the most part.
I've heard the different way to use it. To get the short end of stick.
That's it. To get the short end of the stick. Right. Exactly. To get the short end of the stick, and I think this is the confusion, actually. Get the short end of the stick to mean you get the bad end of a bargain, and I think Americans mix those two up, and they use them interchangeably. They use them both in the same way. I think British say get the short end of the stick to mean the bad part of a bargain. I think that's exactly right. I think Americans just got it mixed up. It's a long way across the Atlantic, Okay. Heidi, last one here. I've promised my parents I'll have finished painting the house by the time they get back on Sunday.
By Sunday, you must be mad. I think I maybe my favorite word. Enough more than you can chew.
Yeah. Yes. You've bitten off more than you can chew. You've agreed to do more than can be done. Exactly. If you bite off more than you can chew.
This picture is the thing like that. Now I understood. No, this picture.
Oh, this picture? Yeah. Biting off a lot more than he can chew. Okay. He's trying to do too much. And that can be too much work or something like painting a house, for example. Or that can mean like you go skiing. Sure, I'd love to try skiing. And okay, let's go down this trail. But you pick the steepest, most difficult, challenging, full of rocks, jumps, that you can possibly do. Well, okay, you've bitten off more than you can chew. It's much more challenging than your talent or ability are ready for. So it can be used that way as well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's think about this. Yeah, it's a little different exercise. Which expressions would you use in these situations? Okay, we may have to go back and look at a lot, or we may have to help each other here. Nader? Number 1.
Yes, you've upset somebody. So you've upset someone by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. Foot.
Okay, so using
Uh,
foot. Foot is a
you
clue
should
here.
you shoot your own foot or something.
Okay.
You shoot your foot
You shoot yourself. We use yourself
on
in
the
this idiom.
on the foot. You
In the
shoot
foot.
yourself on in the foot.
In the
You
foot.
shoot.
You
You
shoot
shoot
yourself in the.
yourself. Oh, yeah.
Okay. You shoot yourself in the foot, but that's not what they're looking for here. You can
But
shoot your
shoot or shoot or what?
shoot. You shoot yourself in the foot here.
So the best of shoot.
Well, it could be he shot himself in the foot.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna use the self. We're gonna use whatever self, themselves, himself, yourself, myself. Shoot, shot, have shot, past participle, whatever. The verb, whatever way the verb needs to be, whatever tense it needs to be. So there it is. Shoot yourself in the foot. However, that is not the answer. Shoot yourself in the foot could be. It could possibly be okay. You upset someone by saying it the wrong thing at the wrong time, and this is going to affect you negatively.
Yeah,
Then
you
you
harmed
shot
yourself.
Yeah, you've harmed yourself. The point of shot yourself in the foot is you have harmed yourself in some way. Right. This statement simply says you've upset someone by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. For example, I tell a woman, when is your baby due? And she's not even pregnant.
Very
Okay.
common mistake.
Yeah, well, yeah. Guilty. I've done it. So
Or some kind of backhanded compliment.
Yeah, those are hard to
Not
deal with.
compliment at all.
Backhanded compliments are, yeah. Depends how the person takes it. If they get upset or they
Yeah,
just
me-
laugh about it.
Just laugh, smile. Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends. I think what they're looking for here is you put your foot in it. Of course, we also, very much related, you put your foot in your mouth. Oh, I put my foot in my mouth. You could use
Which
either
means-
expression. You put your foot in your mouth. Well, it pretty much exactly. If you put your foot in your mouth, then you're specifically talking about something you said. All right? You said something which is going to cause problems. It was a mistake. You never should have said something you never should say. You should not have said. Oops. Maybe by doing that you shot yourself in the foot. Maybe you've upset somebody else. When you put your foot in it, it could be something you said, but it could also be something you did. Okay, usually something you said, however, that upsets somebody else. The emphasis is that it upsets somebody else. You put your foot in your mouth. Well, you put your foot in your mouth, you probably embarrass yourself. You put your foot in it, you upset somebody else. Okay, there's a slight difference there in usage, but they're practically interchangeable. Okay, Max, how about number 2? Well, there it is. You started doing something, but it's become too difficult, or you don't have enough time to finish it. Clues, bitten, and chew. Max? Hello? Okay. Juan? Can you hear me, Juan?
Um,
Did it happen
yeah.
again?
Huh? No.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened again. It wasn't mute.
Okay. All right. What's the expression or idiom that you would use here?
Let's see. Let me say it on my screen because.
And the hint is bitten, chew. You recall?
Become. To. Let's see. Beat him off more than you can chew.
That's it. Then you've bitten off more than you can chew. Exactly. Heidi, you spent a long time looking for something which in fact was impossible to find.
Mm-hmm. A long time looking for something. Oh, a goose. Wild
Yeah.
goose.
That's right. You've been on a wild goose chase. That's
Yes.
right. Chase. Been on a wild goose chase. Yeah. Very frustrating thing if you've ever experienced. Have you ever been on a wild goose chase, Heidi?
I've never seen a wild goose in my life.
No. You don't actually chase geese, okay? For example, when I came to the Philippines, they gave me an outdated piece of paper to get a work visa. So I was looking for a certain document called a cedula, which no longer existed. I spent 2 days looking for this document, going to different government agencies.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a wild goose chase for 2 days, looking for a document that no longer existed, that they no longer produced. Absolutely infuriated me. I was absolutely losing my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I was so angry. I couldn't believe that they could do such a thing to people.
Yeah. I experienced once in airport.
Wild goose chase.
Yeah, maybe it was France. And I was told my handbag, inside the bag, and even air ticket. I got a new passport and I went there. Then I lost my ticket. I said, he checked my passport and he checked my number, but it took long. I was frustrated.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 hours I needed to stand up in front of him.
Crazy. Okay. Nidar, last one here. You've lost a lot of money in a deal with fingers. Do you know this one?
No.
This is well before you entered the class. Anybody else? Do you remember this one? You lose a lot of money.
Burned finger.
Yeah. Get your fingers burned. Yes, indeed. Okay. Well, we're pretty much out of time. Max, are you working again? Max is secretly at the office. He's not keeping his eye on the ball. Oh, number 14. Keep your eye on the ball. Juan, do you know the verb?
Hello?
Blank the boat.
Sink the boat.
Rock the boat. Don't rock the boat.
Rock the
Okay. Yeah, don't cause problems. We just looked at get your fingers badly burned, and we just looked at bit off more than you can chew. What's the verb here, Heidi? Up the wrong tree.
Barking.
Bark up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree.
That's it. Yeah. Nader, what the wrong end of the stick?
Have,
Or is it hold, or either? Gut. Okay. You've got the wrong end of the stick. You're both wrong. Okay.
So it's a long way across the Atlantic. Is it an idiom or is it something just you say?
No, it's just something I said.
Okay.
Okay. You fall flat on your face. You totally embarrassingly fail. If you make a pig's ear of it, you make a real mess of it. Same as number 12. These have the same meaning, actually. You put your foot in it, we just talked about for a long time. Okay. You say something, possibly do something that upsets someone else. And I just mentioned take your eye off the ball. You don't concentrate on what you should be doing, so you make mistakes. Okay, thank you very much. Time for me to go. I'll see you again soon. Max, get back to work. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
See you guys soon. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.